Welcome to Madison and Camp Randall Stadium. Always rowdy, always ready to support the Badgers. They've been getting ready for this game since the early morning. We have a mid-season matchup of two teams that have earned top 25 rankings, so a good test for both teams with playoff implications on the line. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the second-ranked team, the Wisconsin Badgers. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And it'll be tackled right at the 20. That's a good job by the coverage team. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They go with a short shovel pass. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain in that play.
Well, they don't pick up the first down here, but if you can use the quick passing game to stay ahead of the chains, it definitely helps your offense. And if that defense starts to creep up to take that away, that's when you can take a shot downfield.
Second down after that run on the previous play. There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Goes to his right side there for the completion. That'll pick up a first down. They'll spot it at the 38.
Chris, you can see when the offensive line does their job and gives this quarterback time to throw, you're going to see plays like this and first downs for the Badgers offense. They've had some good ones over the years. Very efficient. Of course, Russell Wilson is the name that stands out, but they've had others. Scott Tolzien, Darrell Bevel, Jim Sorgi, Brooks Bollinger. Some good quarterback play that always seems to make the right decision.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back. The ball is picked off. They get him down after a short return, but the interception gets the football back to the offense at the 36.
Well, here it is, opening drive of the game. You're just trying to find that rhythm, run the ball, a couple passes, and this one backfires. Poor decision by the quarterback. That's 100% on him, and this defense now gives their own offense great field position here to get points on the board.
The quarterback keeps the football. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
What a great job of playing assignment football here against the option by this defense. Every aspect of that play was taken away. The quarterback got into desperation mode and loses yards. Now they're behind the sticks.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Second down, looking to throw it. Looking to scramble to his left. Gets some space around the 30. They finally get him down, but that is a huge play. Quarterback doing it with his legs.
How about the quarterback scrambling here off of that bootleg? The defense, to their credit, took everything away downfield, thinking that they had a positive play, but instead, the quarterback shows how he can make them pay for it by using his legs.
And he decides to step out of bounds, avoiding the contact. Doesn't have enough for the first down. Alabama comes up with the line quickly. Looking to pass here on second down. He's moving out of the pocket now. And they gave him down, but that's a solid gain there to move the sticks using his feet.
This is great. This is what the great ones do. Uses his legs to buy a little bit more time rolling to his left, and at one point, he flipped the switch from passer to runner. He got a pretty good gain out of it, too.
Here's the handoff on first and goal. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
And this big crowd doing everything possible to inspire this defense down here near the goal line. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. And that pass rush has trapped him. It's just...
A great call by the defensive coordinator bringing the linebacker from Wisconsin on the blitz, and he gets home for the sack. And boy, they have had as many linebackers over the years as maybe anybody in college football with the ability to rush the quarterback and come up with big sacks like this.
Now in third and very long, looking to throw. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on third down, but now it brings up fourth.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over, and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
The attempt is no good. He missed it. And with that miss, the score will stay right where it is.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal and 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
Hands off to the fullback. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And the one moves the ball up to the 33. Important third down play coming up. Can he make it to the marker? That's good for first down yardage. They'll spot it at the 37.
Yeah, I love how the back didn't really dance around trying to make a big play. He knew it was third down in inches, lower the shoulder, get the first down.
The Badgers begin a new series here, first and 10. The gain is 4, so it's second and 6. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down of the 47.
Well, what do you know here? An offensive coordinator from Wisconsin calling a nice run play for a first down. Man, we have been seeing this for so many years, so many decades. Wisconsin with the ability to run the football is just a thing of beauty.
Quick throw, the catch is made. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They're going to run it here. And we're able to tackle the ball carrier there.
Just great job by this defense defending this RPO. They sat back, and then they overcommitted to stop the run game, and it works out.
Seventh play of the drive coming up. And the back now goes in motion. The game picks up the first down, tackled at the 37.
Chris, I always get a kick out of how much advice defensive players get on third down. You can hear the bench screaming, the crowd is screaming, watch the draw, watch the screen, watch the pass downfield. Rarely do you hear them say, watch the fullback. And there he just slips through for a first down.
Second down after that previous play. Looking to pass this time. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And it's complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback.
Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one. Looks like they got the ruling on the field right the first time. They confirm it with the review. Okay, ready? First down here for this offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Forced out of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a first and goal. It's good timing there. Receiver makes the catch and then has some room to run.
Yeah, anytime you're going to run a route like this, you know who needs to get a lot of credit is the offensive line. Because this play takes some time for the receiver to work his way across the field on that drag route. And the quarterback that time had enough time to be able to navigate the coverage and make the accurate throw.
And they'll force him out of bounds after a short run.
The offense that time just trying to get the ball out in the perimeter, trying to find some space to be able to get their speed into. Pretty good job by the defense of slowing them down.
Second and goal for the offense. Grab behind the line. It's Knight. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Badgers.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination, this quarterback and receiver, for a big day.
BAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Turner looking to make a play here. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They need something out of this possession. The last time they settled for a field goal attempt, but then they missed it. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
There's a fastball, but it's intercepted. Look out, he's got some space. Going to take it all the way in. Pick six. Touchdown, Wisconsin. And a pick six. A monster play by this defense here, Kirk.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of... So the offense will start at the 25. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick six in the last possession. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
And throwing again on 2nd and 10. Quick completion to the tight end. Breaks loose at the 45. And it's a huge chunk play. The tackle is finally made, but the ball moved to the 47-yard line. The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And the junior gets home, making a sack there. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. 2nd down. You snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Fired into a tight window and picked off. They get him down after a short return, but the offense will go to work from the 44.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
And the Wisconsin offense back out on the field. They really had the defense off balance in the last possession, mixing the run and pass extremely well. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
How aggressive will they be on this 1st down play? There's the snap. Quarterback is setting up the throw. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
Caught by the back. Loss of 5. Brings up.
Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Timeout, Alabama.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Nowhere to go. The ball knocked loose. Looks like the offense able to recover it there.
Well, it's a good job by the defense to force the fumble, but you have to have the collective awareness for someone to get on top of it. It's a lucky break for the offense.
So 2 losses in a row puts him in a tough spot. 3rd and very long. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Using his legs on the scramble. The scramble doesn't get there, and it's going to bring up 4th down. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down, just to get everybody on the same page. It's 4th down and a long way to go, but they're going to go for it. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. They'll change the pre-snap look now. clear movement before the snap, and it'll be a false start. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. And the Badgers will have to punt this one away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Finally forced out of bounds, but a solid return that time. So about 30 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Makes the grab. It's Cornelius. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, that's exactly what you need to do as a receiver in these kind of situations near the end of the half. Get some positive yards, but also stopping the clock is just as important.
Looking to throw it on 1st down. That's caught. It's Cornelius. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
And completion makes it 2nd and short. And the quarterback dropping back. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout. Short completion, the 3rd down play coming up. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. He's going to take off. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the 1st down.
Oh, this is a great job here. Looks downfield, nobody open, takes off and tries to use his legs to go for it, and gets to the sidelines, gets out of bounds, avoids the hit, and most importantly, he got that 1st down.
Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. That's caught. It's Cornelius. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
So on 2nd down, they'll try out the field goal unit, trying to get 3 before halftime. And they will trust the kicker here from 55 yards out. Let's see if he can get it there. He missed it. Field goal, no good. Still losing by 14 after the miss.
Well, that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. Poor kicker.
This time enough for one more play and a half. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. 1st down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. They finally make the stop there after a huge gain, but that wraps up the 1st half. And then it's going to wrap up the 1st half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Badgers will kick it away to get us going in the 2nd half. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it's been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. It's a quarterback keeper. Already got the first down, but looking for more yardage. Finally marked out after a big game, but hold on. There's a penalty marker on the field. Let's check this out. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
So it's 2nd down and long here from the 13. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. He'll take a deep shot here. Defense breaks it up. Nice play. Incomplete.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Well, this head coach clearly sending a message, going for it this close to his own end zone. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. Look at him run through those tacklers. Oh, and he goes out at the 1. So close to a pick 6 there, but a great play.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up in a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Cannot ask for better starting field position. 1st and goal from the 1. They feed the fullback this time. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Might have thought they could catch the defense off guard by running the fullback there, but they were all over it.
Yeah, that's a great job by this defense of just showing their instincts and awareness here. Like you said, not being fooled at all. They slip it to the fullback, and he doesn't get any yards at all. In fact, he goes backwards. Good job by the D.
Backed up to the 5-yard line now for 2nd and goal. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Quarterback escapes the pocket. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers. Well, no surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
And they're able to tackle on the extra point. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Trying to find room. It's Cornelius. Finds room at the 30. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. The 20. Inside the 10. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Bama.
What a touchdown. Anytime you see a play go for that many yards, everything has to come together. The offensive line did their job, the running back's vision and instincts and speed, and the play caller setting up the perfect personnel group, formation, and play call. It all came together, and they get the big score.
And he knocks through the PAT. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And the coverage team brings him down at the 26. And the Wisconsin offense is back out on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. He's running out of time here. Looking to scramble. And the sophomores got him for a sack.
Second down coming up.
After the first down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 17. Snags the quick throw. Breaking free at the 35. It's a big gain all the way to enemy territory. Tackled at the 45.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defense coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot. But I think the reality of seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments to their defense, or this guy and his speed will continue to have a field day.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Makes a quick grab. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Receiver makes the grab. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Here's the option play. And you'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Badgers come to the line in the hurry-up. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here.
Alabama.
The offense stays on the field, of course. It's 4th down and inches. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. He's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down at the 47. A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Trying to extend the play. He's picked for a 3rd time tonight. Breaks loose at the 40.
Well, it looks like somebody did a great job of preparing himself to get ready for this football game. It's his 2nd interception in this game so far. Obviously reviewed the tape and is locked in on his fundamentals. That's a big-time player making big-time plays.
And here comes the Badgers offense back out on the field. The last possession, they were stopped on a 4th down try. Can they get something going here? He'll hand it off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Man, every defensive coordinator will tell you, I just want my guys to play fast. And how about that one right there? He almost ends up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off. This offense is lucky they didn't end up fumbling.
Here's the handoff. A gain good for just a few yards. The defense swarming to the football.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
They don't want to waste this good field position, but it's 3rd down and long. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Finding space at the 20. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. The score, Wisconsin 21, Alabama 7.
And the Badgers come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. And looking to throw now on first down. Launching one to the end zone. Oh, and it's picked off. A crushing mistake. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the second half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure, and now it brings up third down. Alabama comes up with the line quickly. In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Receiver makes the catch. He's found some room at the 45. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Alabama. It was a foot race, and he won it. That's a crucial score, Kirk. Makes it a one-possession game and makes the stretch run of this very interesting.
Yeah, now the pressure turns to their opponent and their offense. Momentum is starting to tilt, and it's your job to go into your 4-minute offense. But I'd expect this defense to be extra aggressive to try to get this ball back.
Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Makes the catch for the 2-point conversion as they continue to cut into this lead.
And makes the score, Wisconsin 21.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back.
15. Set to kick it off.
Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. And they've got the returner corralled.
Wisconsin Badgers will take over 1st and 10.
And the Wisconsin offense back out on the field. Suddenly, this is a tighter game. You'd love to build a drive, choose some clock. How aggressive will they get with the play call? He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
Chris, I think you got to give all the credit to the wide receiver here. Man-to-man coverage on an out route. That is a tough ask. Good inside move on the stem to separate from the defender, and a great throw by the quarterback near the sideline.
Quick throw complete to the tight end. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Tackled across midfield at the 48, good enough for a first down.
Well, the defense gets these guys to 3rd down. They got a chance to get them off the field, and instead they give up the first down. So the clock will continue to move, and the defense is really at the mercy of this offense at this point.
keep it on the ground to work the clock here. And the Sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
Positive yards are always important for an offense, but at this stage of the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continuing to keep the ball in bounds.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. They get it, but what a spin move. That's one for the highlight reel.
But I think the offense lulled the defense to sleep here. You'd think that they're just working the clock here, running the football, and then they throw and surprise you and get some positive yards downfield just to keep this defense honest.
And the Badgers pick up enough yardage to get a first down. Didn't quite get the playoff in time. It'll be delay of game. Delay of game penalty will cost the offense 5. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. And here's the handoff. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Offense set for the 6th play in this drive. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. They look to throw it here on second down. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. And tackled there by the defense.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
So it's 3rd and short from the opponent's 28. Let's see what the play call is here. They're already in field goal range, but thinking about the end zone. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Got space looking for the end zone here. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a 2-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
Empty backfield now as they go for 2. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Looking right. This one caught. And he stopped short. The 2-point try fails. They can't build on their lead here.
Wisconsin 27, Alabama 15.
I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here.
Timeout, Wisconsin.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And here's the return from inside the 5. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll start the drive. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. They'll crank up the tempo here on second down. The time is running out. Offense looking to throw the ball. And he finds a wide open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. They finally get him, but it's across midfield. Big gain to the 33. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. First down. Looking to throw the football. Caught quickly. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Looking for 6. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. This offense cannot be stopped.
Alabama, number 88, hauls it in the end zone.
And now the try for the 2-point conversion. And he drops back in the gun. He's escaping the pocket now. And it's caught in the end zone for a 2-point conversion to cut into this lead.
Successful and makes the score. Wisconsin, 27.
Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick.
Number 15 sets a kickoff.
And the receiving team has recovered. Looks like the hands team did its job.
Well, it's a great job by the hands team. Expecting the onside kick in position, they were dialed in and pounced on the football.
So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration. Well, Kirk, we thought it might be this kind of a game. Very small margin for error in this game. Who was going to make the crucial play at the end? And they did it to get the W.
Yeah, Chris, when games get tight like we saw here, it really comes down to who's the better coached team, who's going to execute better, and just as importantly, not letting the moment get to your head. That's a nice win for this head coach and his team.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.